This is the co-main event of the evening, folks. Switzerland versus Ukraine here in Chisinau, Moldova. Kenji Bortoluzzi, 9-3 as a professional, is the 30-year-old. Represents the buddy gym. But believe me, once the cage door closes, he ain't gonna be no buddy with anybody. This is a trained killer and a submission expert. 5 out of his 9 victories have come by way of submission, and all 3 of his losses have been by way of KO. So Bortoluzzi likes to take things to the ground, likes to get it to the canvas, and knows exactly what to do. Take a look at those cauliflowered ears as joined now on the Romanian commentary team. Valentin Halachenko with FIA president Doran Damir here to get a closer look at the action at cage side. And we are literally about as close to the cage as you can imagine. As I put out my hand here, I can literally touch the cage. That's how close we are. Luckily, there hasn't been too much blood, so I haven't been showered with that so far.
Call his opponent to the red corner. He's coming from Ukraine. Please bring the noise for Dmytro Predebaylo.
He is the current EFC interim bantamweight champion, Dmytro Predebaylo of Ukraine, 11-5 and undefeated here in Eagles Fighting Championships, 4-0. He's only had 3 decisions in his 15 fights, so don't expect this thing to go the distance. Predebaylo knows how to finish the fight. 24 years old, is 6 years younger than his opponent, but overall has more experience than does the 30-year-old Swiss fighter. Predebaylo also very skilled on the ground. 9 of his 11 wins by submission. So when you have 2 very skilled grapplers, you never know what to expect. Sometimes they'll go right to the ground and just test each other in grappling. Other times they can sense that their opponent is very strong on the ground, and they want to try to push him and make him uncomfortable in other areas of the fight.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the blue quarter, age at 30, weighing 61 kilograms, height 1.72 meters, having a personal record of 12 fights, 9 wins and 3 losses. He's fighting for Buddy Gym. From Switzerland, give it up for Kenji Bortoluzzi. Presenting the red corner, age at 24, weighing 61 kilograms, height 1.72 meters, having a personal record of 16 fights, 11 wins and 5 losses. He's fighting for Sport Factor. From Ukraine, give it up for Dmytro Predebaylo. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a bantamweight bout under 62 kilogram, 5-minute 3-round MMA rules. Referee in the ring, Alexander Petkoglu.
This is a non-title bout here in the bantamweight division, but we do have the EFC interim bantamweight champion in the cage right now in the black trunks, Dmytro Predebaylo. And you would have to think that it's sort of in these kind of situations where the champion is fighting, but the title is not on the line for the champion, it is kind of like a no-win situation here, because if he wins, he doesn't really gain anything. But if he loses, it really makes him look bad. Ooh, hard knee that time from Predebaylo. Connected right to the skull, and another one. Oh, my. Good knees that time downstairs. Boy, that right knee is just going berserk right now, all over Bortoluzzi. And down to the canvas they go. This is where both men excel. So let's keep a close eye on the action here. Predebaylo trying to assert his domination here. It's cross-facing his man there temporarily. Trying to pry that head loose, trying to create some space Bortoluzzi trying to keep as close as possible, trying to limit the offense of the Ukrainian. And again, another fight, you don't normally see this in Moldova, in EFC, where there is no Moldovan fighter involved. Normally, most of the matchmaking is a Moldovan fighter versus a foreign fighter. But here at Eagles Elimination, not the case. And that's what I really like about this promotion. It's not about just promoting Moldovan fighters. They're about finding the best fighters. And if those are Moldovan fighters, then so be it. But if they're not, then that's also okay. They're about finding who is the best. And I really like that attitude here in EFC. And the crowd doesn't mind either. A lot of times patriotism comes into play here as far as the matchmaking is concerned. In a lot of organizations that I've been in, and when a foreigner starts to win and even wins a title, then a lot of times they become an afterthought. Not here in EFC. The battle continues on here on the ground. Ooh, good elbow that time, landed right to the forehead of Kenji Bortoluzzi of Switzerland. Good knee that time from the Swiss fighter. Both men with one overhook, one under, and now Predebaylo slips both hands underneath. Gets the leg in there, awkwardly takes his man down and drills him with a knee. Boy, he is so skilled at using those knees. You can just hear the points racking up each time he delivers one of those. And again, Predebaylo is not the, ooh, nice takedown there that time. Very unexpected, I think, from the Ukrainian, but Bortoluzzi gets his man to the canvas now, and now we'll see what he can do on top. Looking for elbows as well. Chopping shots. Both guys so skilled on the ground here. We're already inside 1 minute here in round number one. Time just flying by in this round because the fight is so interesting to watch. Sometimes these rounds just kind of drag on when there's not much happening, but at least from my vantage point, this one going by real quick. Ooh, crossed him with an elbow there. Didn't get all of it, but got enough to inflict some pain. Oh, and that time he got all of it. And notice how Bortoluzzi really staying busy here, really doing staying very active here, looking for little shots maybe in the kidney area to the face to try to keep Predebaylo on his toes, keep him guessing where he's going to go next and create openings. Ten-second hammer is already gone. More shots from the left side. Kidney area is exposed. End of round one. Let's go back and take a look at round one. Both guys at different times had their opportunity to grapple from the top position. And I think you could score it about even because Predebaylo had his turn on top and was landing shots and improving his position. And then it was just the opposite in the second half of the round. I think the difference, though, was maybe Predebaylo's knees. In the beginning of the round, before the action went to the canvas, Predebaylo was just drilling Bortoluzzi with knees from a standing position. And that also has to be taken into account. The lovely Lilia of the FIA girls tells us that round 2 coming up. You can see the southpaw stance there of Kenji Bortoluzzi. Tried to come forward up the middle with a push kick though, but could not connect. Low kick lands to the inside of the lead left leg and a left hand to the jaw. Again, this is a fight where Predebaylo needs to make a statement here. He cannot let Bortoluzzi show him up if he's the champion. In fact, Predebaylo is the interim bantamweight champion. Oh, he's got the back here. This is not good. This is not good for Bortoluzzi at all. He's got one hook in on the right side. Bortoluzzi, look how he was able to get that elbow in there. Ooh, and he's able to, look at how sneakily he's able to get those shots in. The back elbow, the hands. All it's gonna take though is a moment just like that. Bortoluzzi trying to slip out though, and does. Nice maneuver there. There's that grappling pedigree, and just like that, Bortoluzzi turns the tables on him, and now he's on top in a very advantageous position. Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Well, it was almost a choke there. Now he's working for it again. Ooh, that is right under the chin. That is nasty. Oh, that is very nasty. He's trying to dig it in. Predebaylo's in some serious trouble here. He's trying to twist his head off like a bottle cap. His whole face turned purple, but somehow he survived. Left hand goes in. Great defensive skills from Predebaylo to be able to dodge that bullet. And this fight continues here. About half the time here gone by in round number 2. Left hand scores from Bortoluzzi. Little elbow downstairs into the midsection. He's got some space to work with now. Short elbows. Again, just always attacking the exposed area, whatever it is. If it's the midsection, if it's the head. Very accurate, very cerebral kind of strikes coming here from Kenji Bortoluzzi. Remember, this is just a 3-round non-title fight here in the bantamweight division. If Bortoluzzi wins, he does not win the title, but he certainly makes a statement. Good knee. Ooh. Had the forearm right across the throat. Predebaylo now trying to create some space with the cage. He just cannot get Bortoluzzi off of him. He's just smothering him like a wet blanket here. Left hand goes in. Predebaylo's got both of his hands to be able to defend himself, but it's still not a very good position to be in here. He's getting tired as well. 1 minute remaining in round number 2. Left hand's going in, trying to find an opening. Predebaylo is really getting shown up here in round 2. I'll tell you what. Bortoluzzi's controlled almost this whole round. He's just rubbing the elbow now across his face. Right hands continue to go in. Referee having a good look here. Oh my. From underneath, from over top, he's trying to roll through, but he's got blocked by the cage. That left hand connected. Bortoluzzi just all over him here in round 2. Well, Predebaylo so exhausted now that he actually can't even get over to his corner. He's not even in his corner right now. He's supposed to be on the opposite side of the cage as Bortoluzzi. And look at Bortoluzzi standing up in his corner. That sends a big message to your opponent. Standing over him, looking down, while the other fighter so exhausted he can't even get over to his corner. That's got to be illegal, isn't it? I mean, you have to go to your corner. You can't just stay where, you can't just hang out wherever you want in the cage. Well, now they've got him stood up. Boy, he can barely even walk under his own volition. So he in the end, he did make it back over to his corner. Touch of gloves, and we are underway here in this third and final round. Predebaylo, believe it or not, even though he doesn't look like it right now, is the champion. He's going to need some kind of a big comeback here, and right away, Bortoluzzi takes things back to the canvas, tries to pick up where he left off at the end of round 2. Boy, we have not seen, ooh, he just ate a big shot there. We have not seen Predebaylo in this kind of trouble in EFC in a long, long time. He's looked so good, so dominant in his previous fights. But today is a whole nother story. Nice move there into side control here. Bortoluzzi one step closer to putting the final nail in the coffin. Things do not look good for the champ here. Bortoluzzi really controlling the action here on the ground. Trying to pin down the legs and maybe move over into full mount. Taking his time, softening him up with right hands here. Putting his hand across the mouth and across the face. Right hand's going in again. Predebaylo tries to make a move, but gets cut off. Eats a few more right hands. That one nailed him. Did his mouth guard come out? And that's it. Referee's going to go ahead and just stop this thing. It's taken just too much damage. Predebaylo is crushed right now, physically, emotionally, mentally. Very frustrated with himself. Take another look at round 3, folks. This is how it ended. Bortoluzzi picked up right where he left off in round number 2. Extremely lopsided rounds 2 and 3 in favor of Kenji Bortoluzzi, who has just defeated the champion. Not just defeated him, but really proved a point in this fight. It's a dangerous thing to do, man. Like I'm telling you, if you're the champion and you're not defending the title, it's a no-win situation, because he just got destroyed. Let's be honest here. In rounds 2 and 3, that was just a beatdown. He just looked better than Predebaylo in every single way. And now you've got to ask yourself, what's next?
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the winner is by a technical knockout for the blue corner. Give it up for Kenji Bortoluzzi.
Domination in rounds 2 and 3 for Kenji Bortoluzzi. This is the elimination. EFC elimination. We're looking for the next contender. And I think we may have just found him.